Hey everyone, welcome back to Burn and Bite. Today we are going to take a deep dive into one of those vegetables that often flies under the radar but has the power to completely change the way you look at recovery, clean eating, and even your post workout stir fries. I'm talking about bok choy. Yeah, that crunchy, leafy, slightly sweet grain that you usually see floating in Asian noodle soups or sitting on the side of your takeout box. But trust me, this little veggie deserves way more respect than it gets. Especially if you are into fitness, muscle building, or just trying to eat in a way that fuels your body the right way. Now, here's the thing, when most people think about vegetables in the fitness world, their brain goes straight to broccoli. Broccoli has been king for decades. You will see bodybuilders pile it on their plates, meal prep containers lined up with chicken, rice, and you guessed it, broccoli. But bok choy, it has not gotten the same spotlight, even though in many ways. It can go toe to toe with broccoli when it comes to health benefits. And in certain cases, especially recovery, it might even give broccoli a serious challenge. Before we get into the benefits, let's rewind a little. Bok choy, also called Chinese cabbage, has been around for literally thousands of years. Originating in China, it has been a staple in Asian cuisine since at least the 5th century. And unlike broccoli, which made its rise in the Western fitness community in the last 50 or so years, bok choy has had a quieter, slower journey into mainstream popularity. It is still more common in Asian cooking, but as more of us are opening our palates to global flavors and realizing how powerful these leafy greens are, bok choy is finally starting to get noticed in fitness circles. Now, here's why I love talking about bok choy. It is basically the unsung hero of recovery foods. Let's be real. After a heavy workout, whether you are crushing legs or grinding through HIIT, your body is inflamed. Muscles are toned down and your energy stores are begging for a refill. Recovery is not just about slamming a protein shake, it is about calming inflammation, replenishing vitamins, and making sure your body has what it needs to repair itself. And this is where bok choy quietly steps up to the plate. Nutritionally, bok choy is a powerhouse. It is loaded with vitamin C, which is crucial for collagen production and tissue repair. That means your sore muscles and stressed joints get some love every time you toss bok choy into a stir fry. It is also rich in vitamin K, which plays a key role in bone strength and blood clotting. Two things that matter a lot when you are lifting heavy or pushing your body to the limit. And let's not forget the antioxidants. Things like beta carotene and flavonoids, which work like little firefighters, cooling down the flames of inflammation so your body can recover faster and more efficiently. One of the things I personally appreciate about bok choy is its balance of crunch and lightness. Unlike broccoli, which can sometimes feel heavy, fibrous, or bloating if you eat too much of it, bok choy is easier on the stomach. That is a big deal if you are trying to get nutrients in without feeling weighted down, especially post workout. Imagine finishing a tough session at the gym and instead of sitting there feeling stuffed or uncomfortable, you are able to get in your carbs, your protein, and a nice serving of bok choy that adds flavor and nutrients without that bloated feeling. It is like the difference between slipping on a breathable pair of training shoes versus clunky boots. You want something that supports you without slowing you down. Now let's talk about stir fry especially, because this is where bok choy shines. Stir frying keeps the cooking time short, which means the nutrients stay locked in instead of being boiled out. You get that vibrant green color, the snap of the stems, and the tenderness of the leaves all in one quick, easy dish. And if you pair it with lean protein, chicken, tofu, shrimp, beef, You are basically creating the ultimate recovery ball. Throw in some rice or noodles for carbs, and you have got a balanced meal that hits all the marks. Protein for repair, carbs for refueling, and bok choy for vitamins, minerals, and inflammation control. It is like designing your own post workout supplement, except it's real food. It tastes amazing and you know exactly what's in it. No, of course, nothing is perfect. So let's talk drawbacks for a second. One thing about bok choy, and this actually applies to a lot of cruciferous vegetables, including broccoli, is that it contains compounds called goitrogens. These can interfere with thyroid function if eaten in really large amounts, especially raw. But here's the thing, you would need to eat crazy amounts of raw bok choy every single day for that to even become an issue. For most of us, especially if we are lightly cooking it in a stir fry, soups, or steaming it is not a problem at all. And honestly, the benefits far outweigh that minor drawback. Another potential issue is availability. Depending on where you live, bok choy might not be as easy to find as broccoli. But that's changing. Most big grocery stores carry it now, and if you have got an Asian supermarket near you, you will find it fresh and cheap. And here's a fun hack. Baby bok choy is even more tender and slightly sweeter than the full grown version. If you see that at your store, grab it because it is perfect for quick stir fries and does not need much preparation. So, how does bok choy fit into your workout routine? Think about it like this. When you are training, you are not just building muscle or burning fat, you are stressing your body. Food is how you balance that stress. Protein powders and supplements have their place, sure, but real recovery happens in the kitchen. If you are already eating clean, swapping out or adding bok choy into your meals can give you that extra edge. Instead of only rotating broccoli or spinach, toss bok choy into the mix. Over time, your body starts to respond to that variety. Better digestion, more balanced micronutrients, and less of that same real everyday burnout that so many of us hit when we are trying to stay disciplined. And let's not underestimate the mental side of this. Eating should feel good. When you sit down to a plate of food after a brutal workout, it should feel rewarding, not like punishment. Bok choy's fresh crunch and subtle flavor bring balance to your meal. It does not overpower, it complements. It is like that reliable training partner who does not try to outshine you but make sure you always hit your best performance. And honestly, that is what makes clean eating sustainable. If your meals taste good and make you feel good, sticking to your fitness goals becomes so much easier. Before we wrap this up, let me give you a simple visualization. Imagine your post leg day dinner, a hot wok sizzling on the stove, a quick splash of sesame oil, garlic hitting the pan, then bok choy added in with some chicken or tofu. In less than 10 minutes, you have got a dish that looks gourmet, fuels recovery, and leaves you feeling light instead of sluggish. That is the magic of bok choy. It is not just food, it is functional fuel. So the next time you are in the grocery store, don't walk past that pile of bok choy thinking it is just some exotic side veggie. Grab a bunch, toss it into the stir fry, and notice how your body feels when you start making it part of your recovery routine. I think you will be surprised at how much of a difference it makes. And that is where I'm going to leave you for today. We have uncovered bok choy's history, its nutrition, how it stacks up against broccoli, and why it deserves a prominent spot in your meal prep rotation. But before you go, let me give you a little teaser for our next episode. We are going to shift gears and talk about another underrated food, chia seeds. Tiny little seeds that look like a bird food but pack a punch when it comes to hydration, endurance, and yes, even muscle repair. Trust me, you won't want to miss that one. Thanks for hanging out with me here on Burn and Bite. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to stick around for more deep dives into the foods that fuel your body and your goals. Until next time, keep training hard, eating smart, and remember, your recovery starts with what is on your plate.